This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you are watching Heavy Bag Boxing.
You too. Oh man,
Now that's diabolical.
Diabolical work in this one. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV. Man, if you don't get your goof ass in here and hit that bag, if you catch me for the first time, like, comment, subscribe. Most definitely hit that little bell. Make sure it's black so when I drop, take a minute, come hang out with your boy. All right, look, it went down on Twitter or X or whatever you calling it these days.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Showbiz, the adult, might have got out of pocket a little bit, and Terrence Bud Crawford felt like he had to stuff him back in that pocket. Now, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. I felt like Bud did a little bit too much with this exchange. Now, if you are a part of the boxing community, you do have some standout YouTubers, some standout, channels that are extremely popular in the sport of boxing. He happens to be one of them. Shout out to Showbiz. Listen, anything that's pushing the sport of boxing forward, I'm all for it. I'm never hating on nobody. Do your thing. If you love talking boxing as much as I do it by all means. Now, Showbiz, thousands of followers, thousands of views on a daily basis. Powerful voice, I believe, in the sport of boxing when it comes to a lot of the casuals, of course, and people who try their best to keep up with the sport. And he had made some comments, and I want you guys to check that out right here. He made some comments about the Bud Crawford Madrimov fight, right? Where he goes on to say here, you need a section in the data to show the total percentage of missed punches, right, for that fight. Basically saying you need to see how many punches actually missed. I'm sure you do. The scorecard was 115 to 113. That's not total control. That's a close fight. If Madrimov was more experienced and a tad better, he wins, right? And he goes on to say Canelo is far better, and he's at 168 pounds, right? So in so many words, basically, letting the people know, listen, Madrimov was a tough fight for Bud. If Madrimov was a little bit better, Bud probably loses. Madrimov's not even in Canelo's league, and Canelo's the much bigger man, right? So in so many words, saying, listen, this is an uphill battle for Bud Crawford, bottom line. And a lot of people are going to agree with that. It's not hard to to agree with that. It's kind of hard to disagree with that. It's a lot of people would view this fight and pick Canelo Alvarez to be, a big favorite in this fight. Right? Now, Bud Crawford gets wind of this, and this is what he had to say. He says, listen, shut your goofy ass up. He wasn't going to win shit. Right? So, Bud Crawford, in the comment sections and looking at these tweets and posts, I'm sure he's probably seen Showbiz the adult before and, paid attention to him prior. And he just didn't like what Showbiz had to say. So Showbiz went after or replied to Bud. He says, listen, laughing my ass off. Look here, Kendrick. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but as recently, everybody's been calling Bud Lamar or Terrence Crawford Lamar or whatever they've been calling him because they feel he looks a lot like Kendrick Lamar. And he had some type of conversation with Rihanna, which that nigga he did look, he was cheesing. He was mad bashful and doing a lot of blushing with that Rihanna encounter. And somebody had mistaken him for Kendrick Lamar. And listen, they both, kind of short little dudes. And, I don't think it's a bad thing to resemble Kendrick Lamar. But anyway, he says, look here, Kendrick, I ain't Drizzy. Win a fight at 68 convincingly, and we'll all be demanding that Canelo fight. Oh, and you didn't insult it, Bud. Now he feels insulted. He goes on to say this: win my sack out your mouth convincingly, and I'll demand you get a different profession. And you know, I felt like that was kind of personal from Bud. You know what I'm saying? As you're swinging kind of hard, champ. And you know, I guess because I'm a huge fan of Bud, I want him to always keep it classy. But you know, I guess he feel like sometimes you got to squabble with some of the YouTubers, and that's what he chose to do. Then Showbiz replies. He said, "Hey, yo, pause, fam. The war room employs me. The intimidation approach is laughable. You want the people to demand Crawford versus Canelo and support your vision. Win at 68." Right? And Terrence goes on to say, "Who I look like having to prove anything to you, you'll see, weirdo." Right? So Showbiz basically saying, listen, you got to do something at 68, man, if you really want people to take you seriously. And I don't think that's the case, right? Jamel Charlo never did anything at 68, and he got the Canelo fight. Now, granted, it was, you know, it was undisputed versus undisputed. That was the selling point, but he never done anything at 68. Bottom line, right? I don't think Bud's coming off of being undisputed, so I don't think he has to do anything at 68. He's fought at 54. Charlo fought at 54. He got the fight. If anybody deserves the Canelo fight more than Bud, it damn sure ain't Charlo. You know, Bud deserved the Canelo fight more than Charlo, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But this exchange, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a little tasteless for Bud, but at the end of the day, you can't tell anybody how to react when you're critiquing them, when you're criticizing them, when you're somebody who can't do what this person does, but you have something to say about it. The person that can actually do, you can never tell them how to react or how to feel, right? Facts. And we all are guilty of it. You know, we all give our 2 cents and critique these fighters and criticize these fighters about certain things, but we can't. 98% of us can't do what they do, and because of that, you can't tell them how to react. I thought it was a little tasteless. Definitely want to know y'all thoughts in the comment section. That's all I got for y'all on this one. And it kind of hints that to me that Bud, when he says, "Oh, I look like having to prove anything to you, you'll see, weirdo," almost like he's trying to say, yo, you know, I'm gonna get that Canelo fight, nigga. Pay attention, you'll see. All right, guys, let me know what you think, man. That's all I got. Big T.O. Heavy Bag. I'm out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.